It always seemed to me that our marriage was the perfect union of two souls. We met at university when we were both in our third year, me studying economics, her literature. Our worlds were so different, but it was precisely this difference that drew us together. I still remember our first meeting at a student party. She stood by the window, reading a book while music blared and other students partied around her. Her calm amidst all the chaos caught my attention. I approached her, introduced myself, and started talking about books, even though I wasn't much into literature back then. But with her, everything felt different. After a year of dating, we knew we wanted to spend the rest of our lives together. Our wedding was simple, just close friends and family. Those early years of our marriage were filled with joy and discovery. We took weekend trips, exploring new places, trying out various hobbies. She began painting, and I helped her set up a small studio in our modest home. Evenings were spent watching movies or playing board games. It felt like nothing could ever break the harmony we had built. But time has a way of changing people, sometimes subtly over time. The first warning signs appeared about 5 years into our marriage. Little things that I might have overlooked before. Phone calls at odd hours, short messages she tried to hide, rare late-night outings to see a friend. These details could have gone unnoticed if not for the growing sense of unease inside me. One evening, when she stayed late at work, I noticed her bag left behind, a rarity since she rarely forgot it. Out of curiosity, I opened it and found a restaurant receipt from a place far from her office. The receipt was for 2 people, dated the same day. My heart skipped a beat, then raced. I tried to calm myself, coming up with innocent explanations, but my gut told me otherwise. When she came home late that night, I waited for her in the living room. As soon as our eyes met, I knew something was off. The conversation started innocently enough, asking about her day, but quickly turned serious. Her answers were jumbled, her voice shaky. Finally, she confessed, yes, there was someone else. Those words froze me. I felt betrayed, hollow, as if someone had ripped an essential part of me away. The days that followed were a nightmare. A whirlwind of emotions raged within me. Anger, sorrow, confusion, self-blame. Why? How could this happen? What did I do wrong? These questions circled endlessly in my mind. I began analyzing our relationship, searching for the moment things went awry. Did I spend too much time at work? Or did I simply stop paying enough attention to her? Digging deeper for evidence became the next step. In her phone, I uncovered countless messages from an unknown number, filled with affection and passion. Photos taken in places we'd never visited together. Tickets to concerts, trips to other cities, all pointing to a long-term affair I hadn't suspected. Each discovery brought fresh pain but also clarity. Life after this revelation changed completely. Work, which once brought satisfaction, now only filled the void. The house we built together turned into a place where every corner reminded me of the past. Interacting with friends grew harder. I didn't want to discuss personal issues, yet being alone was equally difficult. Therapy became my lifeline. The psychologist helped me process my feelings, teaching me healthier ways to express them instead of bottling them up. Over months, I began understanding that what happened wasn't just a loss, but also an opportunity for personal growth. I got into sports, made new friends, and developed interests I'd ignored before. Almost 2 years have passed since that fateful confession. Though the wounds haven't fully healed, they hurt less now. I've come to realize that life goes on, even after the most painful events. Of course, I occasionally think back to those carefree, happy times, but now I look forward rather than backward. Every person's journey is unique, with its own trials. The key is not to stop moving, even when it feels like the world has crumbled beneath you. Sometimes at night, I recall moments when everything seemed so beautiful and serene. Yet today, I know that life continues, offering new challenges and opportunities. I've learned to embrace uncertainty, knowing that even in tough times, there's potential for growth. My experience through betrayal and heartbreak ultimately led me to a deeper understanding of myself and what truly matters in life. Relationships demand effort from both sides. Without mutual respect and honesty, even the strongest bonds can shatter. But healing is possible, and so is finding happiness again. Nowadays, I focus on building meaningful connections, pursuing passions, and living authentically. Friends often comment on how much I've changed for the better. They see a more confident, open-minded, and appreciative version of myself. Evenings spent painting or hiking alone bring a peace I thought impossible before. And while I may never fully understand why things unfolded as they did, I've made peace with the past. In conclusion, this experience reshaped my worldview and strengthened my character. It showed me the importance of communication, vulnerability, and setting boundaries in relationships. Though painful, it revealed unexpected sources of support and taught me to rely on others during hard times. As I keep moving forward, I carry these lessons with me, grateful for the chance to grow and evolve. Life may throw curveballs, but we have the power to choose how we respond, and sometimes those choices lead us to places we never imagined.